not able to make it. So welcome to undergraduate research. This is spring semester 2023, and our job during this orientation is just to introduce some of the key players that are going to be alongside with you this entire semester. We're going to talk through some of the parameters, what this whole experience is going to look like, and then answer any questions that you guys might have at this point in time. This session will probably take about 5 or 6 hours. Is everybody okay with that? No, I'm just kidding. It's probably not going to take the whole hour. I talk fast, but again, once we go over this, if you have questions, do not hesitate to follow up with us. Ask us all your questions. No question is a dumb question because we want to make sure that you guys are taken well care of. You're getting an awesome experience and things are as smooth as higher education processes allow us to make it, okay? So let me introduce myself, and I'm going to let my two colleagues introduce themselves. My name is Patrick Matson, and I am the Associate Dean for Undergraduate Education. I get the pleasure of being an interim helpful person to my friends Sarah and Kirsten until we get their staff interviewed and hired. So if you need anything, you can, of course, reach out to me individually as well. Sarah, why don't you go to introduce yourself and your role, and then Kirsten, I'll let you go after that.
Hi, I'm Sarah Hedrick. You guys have probably gotten several emails from me already in regards to ePath things and timesheets, but I am your contact for timesheets. So any issues or questions, just reach out to me. I'm happy to help.
Yeah. Kirsten.
Hi, my name is Kirsten. I am the graduate assistant for the Office of Undergraduate Research. And I will be your contact for anything in terms of if you can't come to a professional development workshop, things like that, you can reach out to me or you can reach out to the OUR email because I man that as well. So yeah,
and Kirsten is going to talk about in a little bit what happens if you can't come to a session. Bad things don't happen. We're not going to chase you down. We're not going to fire you, but we're going to give you options so that you can complete those assignments because these sessions are really cool and really important. Before I keep moving forward, Kirsten, you have a little bit you want to say about social media and some spotlights that you're going to be trying to do.
Yes. So we are trying to get a little bit more attention to the OUR Instagram and Twitter. So we want to do student spotlights. So you guys will all receive an email from me with a sign-up sheet for everyone can get their own Thursday. And so you'll just send in a picture if you like and give us a brief little summary about your research and what your tasks are when you're doing research with your professor, your faculty advisor, and you can send in a picture if you want and we can tag you. And so everyone will receive an email about that as well.
Yeah, so exciting because we want you guys to do it if you're willing. I know some people are a little shy with social media. You know, you don't like to do ticker tuckers and snapper chatters or whatever you guys do these days. But this is a cool thing because like you can get a professional, photo done, a little bit of description. It'll help with your career branding because you can connect those to your LinkedIn profiles that I hope you guys have. You can put it on your online e-portfolios. A great way for like employers and research houses and graduate programs to get to know some of this cool work that you guys are doing this semester. So I like to start off with just one thing. What the heck is research? Research is going to be slightly different than an internship in that what you are doing alongside these faculty mentors that are spending their time to be with you, and by the way, you get paid for this, is you're adding knowledge, adding to the body of knowledge. You are a part of the process to add knowledge to our human society. I mean, how cool is that? And what you're doing is you are being exposed in an experience where you are collecting this information, you're organizing this information, and more importantly, you're analyzing it to find new ways and new things that might be able to help whatever discipline that you're working into. So I love this description or this definition right here because this is what you are being a part of. And so why that matters is that we want you guys to prepare yourselves for this experience in a way of understanding that you are a professional student who's working alongside a faculty member who's doing very important research, which means you're a part of the process. And I want you guys to engage. I want you guys to be assertive. And I want you guys to remember that it's okay to ask your faculty mentor questions, not just about the work you're doing and the processes you're going through, but what the heck can you do with this stuff after college, right? Because you're going to get the stuff on your resume. You're going to learn some really cool skills. you get to apply it to graduate programs, professional programs, maybe med school, and or jobs and industries that might have R&D programs as part of their corporation. So this research thing carries on throughout your entire career. So our time today is to make sure that we go over the nuts and bolts of this program and what you really need to know. All of this can be found on our newly designed OUR website. So please go there, check it out, the new stuff, look at our pretty pictures, let us know what we might be missing. We're going to go over the program dates. So when you need to be on site, when you need to be doing your stuff. We're going to talk a little bit about the professional development sessions that you're going to experience along the way. We're going to talk about what we call a mentor and mentee contract. This is not scary. It's not legal. There's no lawyers involved, but we do need you guys to fill it out and get your faculty member to sign off. Some important dates along the way. And the most important, my friend Sarah is going to talk about how you can get paid. Everybody like money? Everybody want to be paid, right? Okay, I just want to make sure if nobody wants to be paid, you just let me know and I'll keep the money and I won't give it to you, okay? But we want to make sure that we have that taken care of. I will tell you, every university is always strange with their student employment. So Sarah has developed a really cool process to make sure that you're getting your timesheets in, you're getting them approved, but it will rely on you to helping us make sure that you get paid. And she'll talk a little bit about those nuances that we have. All right, here are our dates. For those of you who are in the full program, meaning the entire semester, Jan 9 through April 14th, those are our dates. That's your dates that you are involved in this experience and you're getting paid for and you're having a rock solid sort of thing. For those of you that are in our micro research program, the dates are January 9th through February 24th. So those are the times that you're going to be doing your work and getting paid for it. What's really cool, I don't think a lot of students realize this micro research program. We started it maybe like last year, right, Sarah? Something like that. And what we have found with our students is that not every student has time to do a full 10 to 15 hour a week sort of thing. Maybe you want to do internships. Maybe you have a part-time job off campus. Maybe you have life things that you need. We want to provide for students that have the short amount of time to do research, the opportunity to be about this experience. And so that's why we created the micro research, because we realized not every single student is going to be able to do this kind of stuff. If you're like me, back in the day, I had to work 2 jobs just to pay for college. There would be no way that I could have done a research, full research sort of thing. So those are your dates. Make sure you've got them. They are on our website if you misplaced this video. And by the way, Kirsten's going to make these videos on our, I think, our new YouTube channel, so that you can always refer back to them and all the other videos that might be out there. Okay, expectations. Here's the bottom line: 10 to 15 hours a week. That's what you're looking at. If you go 9, if you go 16, nothing bad's going to happen. If you go 17, 18, 19, 20 hours a week, nothing bad happens, but we're going to be like, you need to chill out a little bit, because your department will have to pay, that extra money. So your sweet spot is 10 to 15 hours a week during the times that you're in your program. Obviously, the position that we have in terms of student holidays or spring break and all that, my belief is that you should not be required to work on days that students are not in class, you know what I mean? Like spring break, or I think we have wellness days these days. If it's a campus closed for students, you should not be required to work. Now, if you want to talk with your faculty member and they're still working over spring break and you're like, hey, can I continue my work during the week? I'm okay with that alongside your faculty member, and it shouldn't be a big problem. Sarah, is there any issue with me saying that now that I've already said it?
That should be fine, but you just would have to work less on the other weeks, because when I worked out the time range, I didn't count like spring break and the holidays that you guys get. So if you want to work, that's fine. Just let me know and I'll work with you.
That's perfect. So maybe what we'll do then is if you have that option, you just run it by Sarah to make sure we get the funds, because we realize not every single student's going to work 15 hours all the time, and maybe there's a little bit of wiggle room in that. That way you can kind of continue your research. Sarah, thank you very much for holding me accountable. The professional development series, these are required sessions. Now, if you cannot attend, Kirsten's going to tell you in just a second what you can do, but the reason we have these professional sessions is to expose you to other experts in the field. So you're not just listening to this guy talk every single week. You're getting to hear from professors who specialize in ethics and research. You're going to be talking with somebody from the library about how you can use their resources to infuse in what you're trying to do. And as we go along, we're going to have other guest speakers that have very specific areas that will support you in this experience, but also leveraging it for your time after college. And the other expectation I have is be you, be the professional you. All of you have gotten to this point where you know what it means to show up on time. You know what it means to do the work. You know what it means to ask the questions. And that's what professionalism is. And so, do your thing. You're awesome. And you got to this point because of your hard work and the grit that you have. And remember, learn something, right? Don't sit on the sidelines. This is much like an internship where the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. You will. And it is okay to say, hey, faculty member, I know you're having me do this data crunching over here, but can I shadow you over here? Or can I go to that department, chairs meeting about X, Y, and Z? Expose yourself to all the aspects of research as it relates to a university as well. And that'll give you some perspective for those of you who want to go to graduate programs. Ask faculty about it. Like, hey, you've got a doctorate. I'm thinking about grad school. Give me your impression. Ask them those questions, because that's what their expertise is around. And then this semester for our full-timers, full program, we have the Undergraduate Research Conference. This is an amazing opportunity that you are required, to design a poster session for and be able to talk to people like me, laymen's, about what your research was and make me understand all the cool stuff that you did. So this will be a conference that you'll be at. Years prior, there's a couple 300 people that come, and it's a really cool opportunity for you to design the poster and then do like your 30-second, 1-minute pitch of what your research was all about and the part that you played. Throughout the time, you'll learn more about that information, signing up and all of that. So hang tight. All right, Kirsten, professional development. Tell us what happens if they can't attend. What do you want them to do besides do a dance and a cool video and send it to you? Like, what do you want them to do?
So if you have a conflict with a professional development workshop, what you can do is email me or the OUR email. You will have a alternative assignment. So you'll watch the recording that will be up on the website, on the OUR website under the professional development tab, and then write a 1-page double-spaced summary about what you learned, what was in the workshop, and like 12-point font. I can send out an email with the specifics for the document that you're going to send in, and then that'll be due by the Friday at noon. So if the professional development's on Wednesday, it's due that Friday at noon.
Perfect. Thank you, Kirsten. So again, we highly recommend, if your calendar allows you to do it, I know some of you have classes, attend, because then you can ask them questions, get to know these people, and build a network. If you absolutely cannot attend because you've got a class, or maybe you got sick or something happens, that's okay. We realize that life happens and we want to support you. So let us know, communicate with us, so that we don't just think you're dissing us and ghosting us, if you will. Okay. Mentor and mentee contracts. So let me show you what they're going to look like. Hold on one second. I'm going to share my screen. Just keep looking at my pretty face as it comes up. All right, can you guys see it? So this is what it looks like. It's a very quick form. It's submittable. You can add in your own stuff as you need to. It makes it a little bit easier for you guys. And basically, this is what you're going to work with your faculty member between now and the end of next week. So January 20th is what's the project title that you're working on? Maybe a very short description. Doesn't have to be page long, just a few sentences. And then just make sure you guys initial each of the expectation boxes so that you guys know and sign off on what's expected of you. And then at the very bottom, you're just going to sign and date, you and your faculty mentor. You'll notice right here that we want you to think through with your mentor some outcomes for the research that you're doing. Do you have to have 4? No, but you should have at least 1 objective for this research that you're trying to do. This is your opportunity so that what you're doing is you're managing expectations with your faculty member of what are they expecting you to do with their research, so that you're not starting off with X and then they're expecting you to also do A, B, and C along the way, and you never even heard or know about those types of expectations. So there's making sure that you both are on the same page of what they want you to do. So this document, Sarah's going to email it to you guys probably later on today, so that you guys can start working on it with your faculty member and getting that submitted to us. And again, all you need to do is email it to the OUR email address, and Kirsten's just going to check the box that she received it and move forward with our bad selves. Okay, here's some important dates. Let me run through them again. So the mentor-mentee contracts, they're due January 20th. So please make that your first priority with your faculty member. If you have not already met with your mentor, I highly recommend going to reach out to them, set up some time so that you can introduce yourself, get to know them, and get this particular thing done. This shouldn't take you too long, especially most of the faculty already have a sense of what they want you to do and what part they want you to play. So the outcome should be pretty easy. What you want to do is make sure that they feel good to you. You've negotiated with them, and you don't have any questions about it. So don't sign anything that you don't understand in terms of objectives. Ask those questions of them. Your abstracts. So as you're doing these research, your abstract is going to be connected to the conference and your research. So February 17th is when your abstracts are due to us. And of course, before you submit them to the OUR, and Kristen checks the box that she got it from you, is make sure your faculty approves them. So this is abstracts are usually like a little paragraph. We're going to have an expert come talk to you guys as one of these sessions about how to build an abstract, but you can start Googling it right now just to get a sense of, what's involved in that. So your abstract is going to be related to your research, February 17th. And then April 12th is when your posters are due to us. And so we have resources that are going to be added to our website probably at the end of today or tomorrow. We're still updating some of our parts around how do you build a professional looking research poster for this conference. And so we're going to have that there. And what you're going to do is you're going to email the PDF that's already been approved by your faculty to our office, and Kirsten will check the box that she's got those by April 12th. And that way we can just help make sure that you're feeling comfortable and confident for the conference. And then April 25th is the conference, and you'll have more details around that coming very soon in terms of expectations and how to get yourself going. All right, my friend Sarah, let's talk about how we can get them money.
Okay, so the email that I sent out on Friday has all the information and dates that you are going to need. So make sure that you save that so you can reference it. But basically, the Monday after each pay period, you guys have until 11:59 p.m. to submit your timesheets. And before you submit your timesheets, I'm going to need you to send an email to me and your faculty mentor with a screenshot of your timesheet so that they can approve it, since they're the ones who are working with you. Once I get that approval, I'll go in and submit your timesheet and you guys will be good to go. You will get reminder emails from me and from Kronos about the deadlines coming up, but it's also really important that you guys, pay attention to the dates and stay on top of that so that you can get paid on time. And again, any questions or issues, if you are having issues logging into your timesheet, anything like that, please reach out to me. I'm happy to help. I know if this is your first time doing it, it can be a little confusing, so happy to help and be there for you.
A best practice would be go to your calendar, whatever calendar you use, and go ahead and put those dates on there and to remind yourself. Just do it, because I can guarantee, and I'm one of those people too, life goes fast and you'll forget. And it's not very difficult, but it's difficult to get paid for things that you haven't done, that kind of stuff. So just put those on your calendar and get yourself going. And do remember that we will try to remind you twice if we haven't heard from you. But after that point, that's where we have to be the mean people and say, well, you got to be dismissed from the program. So don't ghost us, please. So respond to our emails, especially when it's anything that Sarah or Kirsten might put in there urgent. Please pay attention to those emails as best you can. Okay. All right. So that's that. What kind of questions do you have? Where do you guys want us to dig a little bit deeper to help support you in this particular orientation or starting point?
I have a quick question.
Yes, please.
I have a conference that I am trying to attend with my research group in just the end of March. So I'll have a poster that I'm taking to that already. Am I able to use the same poster and present the same research, because that's my project 2 weeks later?
I see why not.
Conference?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So the only thing you might do, and you're probably doing this with your conference, is get your faculty mentor to approve it before you send the PDF to our shop.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That just means that you're doing your homework early. I like that.
I also had another question. I wanted to make sure, is there a Canvas page for this semester? Because I did not receive, so I just wanted to make sure if there is.
That's a very good question, and thank you for bringing that up. So there is no Canvas page for this semester. Two reasons. One, we're trying to get people hired, and so it's just like, let's just get this thing going. And two, we're trying to make it as smooth and easy as possible for you guys. And so sometimes a Canvas page is just another thing that you got to keep a hold of versus us putting the stuff on the website. And then, of course, doing calendar invites just to make it easy for you guys. Now, at the end of the semester, you can say, Patrick, that was the dumbest experience ever. Can we go back to Canvas? We recommend it. Please let me know, right? This is a trial for us too, as we're trying to make life easy for you guys, but also give you a maximized cool experience.
So for like submitting like the abstract and the posters, and like where would we access like the contract? Would you guys be sending that on email?
Correct. Yeah. So Sarah's going to send the contract through email probably later on today, right, Sarah? And so you'll have it. And when you're submitting your abstract and the contract and the poster session, you're just going to email it to the OUR inbox, and Kirsten's going to grab it and check off.
Okay. And then my last question is, I think this is probably a question for Sarah. Since it's for like this first one, it's like due January 16th. So we don't click the submit timesheet, but just like send a screenshot to my mentor and you rather than clicking submit, or would we submit it and then send a screenshot?
Good question. Send the email first. However, if you have not heard back from your mentor approving it before that deadline, please go ahead and submit your timesheet, and I'll work on the back end to make sure that they do approve it before my deadline, which is Wednesday. So basically, make sure you send the email. I need that email, but also submit your timesheet before the deadline, regardless of if you've heard back from people or not. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely follow those particular rules, because it's not, Sarah being mean. It's the university student employment stuff that we just have to follow their rules. And it's always good. I put in the chat a link for the travel fund request. A lot of students don't realize that we can try to help support you if you're going to a conference. And so there's the information there, what we would need and how you submit and how you request something that you might be looking for while supplies last. I always put that disclaimer.
That brings up another question for me, actually. Sorry. I did submit that form at the end of last semester. Do I need to resubmit it for this semester, or do I just wait to have that be processed?
So the question is did you submit the form for something that's coming up this
Yeah.
semester? So the
Yeah.
form is in there, and Sarah is probably reviewing it right now and just
Okay.
checking what we're able to do, and then she'll respond, one way or the other.
Great. Thank you.
That's good.
I had a quick question. I know that the undergraduate research conference is on April 25th, but was there a specific time?
Check our website, because I think it's on there, because I think we have a faculty fellow who kind of runs it for us, and I think he's updated the website. But just check out our new website, Jay. Let us know what you think. But it'll be in the Get Researching area, and you can double check that. If you don't see it there, just give us a quick email and we'll help you find it.
Sounds good. Thank you.
The URC is from 8 a.m. to 3, and there's 3 different sessions, so 3 different time slots that you can sign up for.
Thank you, Christian. See, I told you, Sarah and Christian know a lot more than I do. They're smarter than I am. That's why I gotta just rely on them. Okay. Any final questions or comments?
Oh, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Just making sure the professional development sessions we attend, they count towards our timesheet, correct?
They do. Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Thank you.
Yeah. How cool is it that you get to go to a training and get paid for it? Wow. What doesn't count, I believe, is if you have to review the video later, right, Sarah?
That's a good question. Correct. If you have to review it later, that does not count, because we don't know how much time that's actually going to take you.
Okay.
That might be a good question for us next year to kind of figure out like how to guide students if they can't make it, but yeah. Let's see, Joshua, what do we need to do if we were to get sick and not be able to get into our lab for 10 to 15 hours? Things happen. So the main thing when we think about like student employment and their policies is you get paid for the work you do. So if you're sick, you're probably not doing work, so you're not going to get paid, right? So definitely step 1, stay in tune with your faculty mentor, because they're the most important person that you need to communicate with if there's anything that's happening. And then the second thing is communicate with our office just to let us know if there's something like that. So if you email your faculty member and say, hey, I'm sick, I can't come in, it's okay to CC our office just so like we're in the loop, right? So do that. Now, if you try to make up hours, so say for example, you're sick for 1 full week and you miss those 10 hours, can I work 20 hours the next week? That's a nuance that I would, maybe it's just ask Sarah and I before you do it. But generally speaking, it's okay because it's, if you have the hours to do it, that's fine. And it doesn't break our bank and it doesn't go more than the money we've already allotted for you. Right, Sarah? Am I okay to say that?
Yes, and the new UNC Charlotte rule is you can't go over 29 hours. So as long as you
Each
do
week.
not go over 24 hours for the 2 weeks, and that includes other jobs too. So some people have 2 or even 3 jobs on campus. So you cannot go over 29 hours with all those jobs combined.
Yeah.
So as long as you stay within that time frame, should be okay.
Thank you, Joshua. Good question.
Is there a physical meeting location for the professional developments like last semester, or are they all on Zoom this semester?
We made them all Zoom this semester just to make your all's life easier. In the future, I want to do like a hybrid because sometimes you get a different dynamic in person. But for this semester, because we're down people and I want to make life easy for you guys and me, we'll make them all Zoom.
That makes sense. Thanks.
Yeah. And for those of you who are not seniors graduating this May, if you get opportunities to do this kind of stuff next year, and even if you're not doing a research scholar position and want to attend these events, the plan moving forward is to do a lot more professional development sessions that are optional, where we're bringing in guests from other universities, other industries who have R&D to talk about some really cool nuances. And so, yeah, some of them might be in person and some of them might be Zoom because they're out in Maryland or something like that. Big plans, my friends, big plans. That's why we need your all's headshots and your research abstracts, because Kirsten's going to let the world know how cool you guys are. Okay.
I saw a question in chat about if you moved from micro to full research, whether you have to do the paper or the poster. You do have to do the poster since now you have more time and present at the URC as well.
Perfect. I love the questions. You guys are too smart. Okay, anything final that's on your mind? I want to be respectful of your time. Very cool.
Yes.
Go for it, Marcus.
If you switch from the micro to the full, currently on Banner, it's giving you the micro timesheet. Will we fill that one out, or should we expect a full research position switch and fill out that timesheet?
Good question. Just fill out your current timesheet because it might take a little while for it to switch in the system.
Thank you.
Yeah, just fill out your current one for this time period, and hopefully by the next you'll have your new one up.
Question. The contract that you sent that we used to meet with our professors, is that going to be sent to us to email, or you send it through here?
It'll be sent through email. That way you have it in your email. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
LinkedIn is sometimes crappy. Or not LinkedIn, I'm sorry, Zoom. Okay, guys, very good. Welcome to the semester. You have our email, so the OUR inbox is there. Kirsten and Sarah are checking it all the time. And check your email for the things that we're going to be sending you. And please don't hesitate if you have any questions, just reach out. That's why we're here for the whole semester. Enjoy it. Stay on your faculty member and learn a lot. Cool? All right. Bye, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Peace out.
Thank you.
Bye.